I'm Wilson von Vanderschmiddel, and we are here with world-renowned scientist-medicinal researcher Dr. McGlocklin. It was quite difficult to schedule this interview with seeing as Dr. McGlocklin's busy schedule and whatnot. He's here to answer a few of our questions.
Hello.
Yes, hello. So, Dr. McGlocklin, I hear that you have come shockingly close to a cure for cancer. Tell us about that.
This is true. I find when I mix orange juice with Dr. Pepper, a curious sensation reaches through my stomach, and it felt like if I had cancer, it would be gone by now. I have secured a $20 million grant from Harvard for the research, and we'll be developing this theory in later months.
Yes, so what have you been up to lately?
Well, it's curious that you asked this, because in my latest expedition to Africa, I noticed some peculiar... I don't know what to call them. You see, they're big, and they have these hairy manes. I think I've discovered a new animal.
Yes, what do you call this animal?
Well, you see, my partner in crime, or research, his name is Lionel, so I think I'm going to name it the Lionel.
Yes, this is interesting. Many Americans would like to know, what's your favorite color?
Orange, like the color of my sea turtles. Next question.
Orange?
Yes.
How did they get orange?
I should talk to a psychiatrist, shouldn't I?
Yes, Dr. McGlocklin, how do you feel about product placement in television?
I think it's totally ridiculous. Refreshing.
So, I hear you're trying to boycott McDonald's. Tell us about this.
This is true. And not only McDonald's, but also any product associated with them.
Yes, can you expand on this a little bit?
McDonald's. It's the one with the arches.
Yes, why do you want to boycott it?
Yes, they've sold over 100 hamburgers.
Yes, I believe they advertise they've sold over a billion. Is this the only reason? Yes, a billion.
A billion.
A billion.
Where do you get your facts?
McDonald's themselves.
It's conspiracy, I think so. Reason number one why I boycott McDonald's. They make up facts. Like how many McDonald's hamburgers they've sold. They probably count Big Macs as 2. They're so meaty and delicious.
Yes, but why do you hate them so much?
Well, 2 topics that seem seemingly unintertwined have become in such close relationship with each other that I fear I must boycott both of them. McDonald's and Hitler. M. The golden arches, which is McDonald's symbol, is 5 letters away from H, the first letter in Hitler's name. 5 being Hitler's favorite number.
Yes. But I don't believe Hitler has anything to do with McDonald's.
You see, you're reading between the lines. You have to read the lines. Pretend this is Hitler. Pretend this rope is McDonald's. They're intertwined.
Well, yes, let's move on. I hear you recently started your own charity. Tell us about that.
Yes, the Dr. McGlocklin's House of Doors Knocking. Wondering what it does? Well, pretend this is an unwelcomed intruder. Pretend this is an underprivileged child. With the Dr. McGlocklin's House of Doors Locking, we can now safely protect the underprivileged child with locked doors, etc.
Has your charity been doing well? Has people shown interest in this?
Yes.
Okay, well, I wish you luck to your charity. Anyway, I have heard you recently started your own folk band?
Oh, the Rockin' McGlocklins? Yes, we've recently gone on tour for several months.
Can you play something for us? I see you brought your own mandolin. We didn't ask you to do that, but thank you.
It's better with the tapes.
Yes, of course. Yes, well, sea turtles. You mentioned sea turtles earlier. So, tell me about these sea turtles.
Well, I purchased them over several years, and they are now on my private island, which I purchased in 1997.
Okay, what do you do with these turtles?
Well, I raced them, of course.
You race them for what?
Well, I race them for money, but not many people like to watch the sea turtles. You see, they're a little hard to view because of all that ether in the oceans. But the money is in the elephant races. Those beasts can fly, and you wouldn't believe how fast they can go at velocities downhill and during an African slope, or on my private island, which I purchased in 1997.
You raise elephants?
Yes, these can be very lucrative.
Alright, well, let's go back to your research. Can you tell me a little bit about... We've been studying the recent exploits of the Dr. McGlocklin House of Research.
Exploits, you say?
Yes.
Well, to begin, we should start at the very beginning of the Dr. McGlocklin's House of Research. It was 1993, I was in my mother's basement, when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or people dressed up as one, came in and they started attacking me. And I knew then there has to be some way of curing these Teenage Mutant Ninja costumes. Dr. McGlocklin's House of Research was born. And from then on, we have cured 73 diseases and a whole lot of other stuff.